Hi, folks. Been a weird day. I have to say, I felt very, not disassociative really, but just a little bit outside myself in a way, and very tired. So some of you might be feeling that too. And, I have to really tell myself when things feel off. Like reassure my own child self, or, the self that feels vulnerable or strange, like it's okay. I can't remember. I think it maybe was Plato or one of those smart philosophical people who said, I am vast, I contain multitudes. And I think that's true. We're just many-faceted. And there are times when it just, some part of us is looking at the life unfolding and just feeling like, I can't control this, and it feels strange. And I think there are, in those moments of vulnerability, a real opportunity to get a new perspective. It's almost like, we feel like we're losing control. And in those moments of, the reins are loose, and we have to sort of trust the day to carry us forward. I think it can be a learning experience. It behooves us to try to take that spin on it. Like, what's the lesson here? And also to be, I think, incredibly gentle with ourselves. Not to try to force the issue or say, shape up there, you. Just to, take it a step at a time and be gentle. I think there's a need for that, for all of us, and to show that compassion to other people, but to ourselves as well. The other thing I had written down was, I believe it's an Oscar Wilde quote, may not be verbatim, but give a man a mask and he'll tell you the truth. And there's something about that ability to step outside, the usual front we show the world. And with the mask, to show something different, more fundamental to us, that's not like wanting to present a particular persona. You put on the mask. I don't know. Let's see what that means. It really resonated with me, and maybe particularly with those male people. Give a man a mask and he'll tell you the truth. And how to love ourselves through a great vulnerability and sort of without second guessing too much. Okay, we have 3 of Swords. It's a sword energy, but it's the broken heart. It's somebody whose heart has been open because it's been broken. Death card. Maybe, great pain over an ending that we can't stop thinking about. What's the rebirth aspect of this? Because it's always death and rebirth. This card has a kind of ghostly images breathing out, ghostly, like they're expiring. Breathing out, they're dying, they're expiring. And it may be this time of pain and heartache has run its course, which in a funny way can leave us feeling empty. When the pain finally starts to dissipate, what do we have left of that person we loved and lost? Three of Swords always strikes me as the memory of the pain, and somehow, ironically, it's hard to let go of it. In some way, we want to remember it, to hold it close, as if that's to the last breath. Transformation, butterflies all over this card of death. Okay. Wow. Empress, Hierophant, both earth energy cards. Empress is Libra and Taurus, all the divine feminines, that power of creation. The thing ends, and the new thing is born. Empress with the baby, often depicted as the baby in her belly. It's a card of abundance. There's all this, the wealth of the harvest all around her, and the baby in her arms. She's the Virgin Mary, all those archetypes of mother, Kuan Yin over here, mother of compassion. And the Hierophant in this deck is called the Wise One. It's the lesson, the teaching. We've got the big Buddha here and the little devotees. But that big Buddha is you. That's the transformation. Pain is the raw material sometimes when we're able to transform it. Scorpio energy, death card. We get this massive infusion of life force energy. Empress, death and rebirth. And it's a spiritual awakening. It's a spiritual transformation. The wisdom within, the heart being unlocked. The lessons that help us unlock the heart. Unlock the heart. There's something very poignant about this. Tell us about death card and how, give us some advice on how to ease through the transformation when something has expired and now it's going to, like the chrysalis and the butterfly, it will open us. Six of Pentacles. Again, the mother and child image. In this case, she's nursing twins. It's that kind of abundance. Equal share to all my children. Also in earth energy, Hierophant is Taurus, Empress, Taurus, and Libra. This is also a card of balance, that Libra aspect. Equal. Nobody goes hungry. There's enough for both. There's an abundance for both twins. Which is a sort of reverberates with Gemini and lovers and twins. Page of Swords. If this is the teacher within, that eases our transition, almost like a death doula, so that the new thing can be born. Empress energy. This is the takeaway. Page of Swords is the student, the one who, is open to the information from within. Our core self, our transformed self. I have no idea how this dovetails with give a man a mask and he'll tell you the truth. It's almost like the mask of God, how God appears incarnate. And we turn our attention to that, to learn about it. It's a Page of Swords is a questioning energy, like dig into the pain a little bit. It's not dwell in it just because. It's really because it's the source of new life. It's like cracking the code, understanding it enough to crack the code and take the lesson. Our higher selves can do that, can transmute pain into knowledge. Six of Pentacles is balanced exchange, enough for everybody, or enough for both people. Tell us about Wise One, the Hierophant. If you would, please, Spirit. And we're all tapping into that right now. Oh yeah. Temperance. Card of Sagittarius. Fire energy. Balance. In minor arcana balance, Six of Pentacles, and in major arcana, the blending of the two cups. We've got a lot of sort of two images here, the mother and the child, the teacher and the devotees, the mother and somebody may be, children may be very heavily involved here. Somebody may be literally pregnant. And it's the mother, the sacrifice of the mother, she feeds out of her own body. In a similar way, somehow we feed off the divine. Like in the Christian church, there's a sacrament. You're eating the body of the Christ. And there's a way in which our 3D lives can feed our spirit. And then we get this kind of alchemical change of the blend of the two. And I don't even know what I just said, but maybe you do. Tell us on Page of Swords the lesson, please. The new information. Ten of Swords. It's the ending of a painful cycle. And I always see this, it seems to me, that there's a hand here. That the swords are kind of, the hand is extended and again the butterflies here, right? Tens indicate the end of a cycle. The end of a cycle. So I think it's the lessons we get from when things close out in our lives. What's the lesson, please, on Three of Swords? The new knowledge? Pain somehow transformed into life? Okay. We have Knight of Wands, life force. You know, impulse. Out of the head, into the body. Forward movement. Oh, I love it. On Death card, we have Sun, which is a card of happiness, joy, revelation. It's a card of Leo. Also of Divine Masculine, and it's right next to Divine Feminine. And I think this could well be the energies within us. Everybody has both in themselves. Otherwise, they'd be imbalanced. We have to feed both aspects of ourselves. Nourish ourselves with like the divine, the nectar of the gods, something like that. Isn't ambrosia is the... Okay, and on Empress, Two of Swords. That can be a block or a choice. I think maybe the choice is, take the hit. Life will dole out its share of pain to each of us. We take the hit, and there's something about it that's actually vivifying. Go forward, live your life, die and be reborn. Card of Leo, life force energy, this energy. Like there's a way in which this guy has absorbed the pain. In a good way. I mean, like taken it in, sort of eaten it, absorbed it, transmuted it. And on the other side, the rebirth is of the self, the Sun card. We got the little baby here. Again, the baby. Baby and Empress. Baby and Six of Pentacles. And in some way, these little devotees here are bringing food to the wise one. It's all about, like food and exchange and, which wolf do you feed? There are two wolves internally. Do you feed fear or love? What do you feed? What do you take in as nourishment that leads to happiness and the birth of the new baby, the innocence, we're heading towards solstice, and that's this energy. The days that are filled with light, filled with growth, all these pentacles. And Empress is looking right at that divine masculine energy of action, growth, happiness. What's her choice, please, on Empress, her, on the energy of divine feminine? We've got energies here, not necessarily genders. we just don't know really quite what we're dealing with here, except that it's about the it's almost like, the Earth Mother, Six of Pentacles. Mother Earth feeds us, because that's who Empress is. This is like the minor arcana of this energy. And wasn't I at the very beginning talking about Kuan Yin? Okay, let's see. On Six of Pentacles, please. King of Pentacles. More earth energy. Call him King of Coins here. Somebody with great self-confidence, abundance, and stability, because they're very tapped into their higher power. And there's almost no division between how this person shows up in the world and who they are in spirit. Tell me again about Empress's decision, please. Or what's the life-affirming decision? Pentacles energy, earth energy is about life. That's what it's about. Birth, rebirth. Okay. Okay. Her decision, Lovers, also a card of choice. Also a card of the twins. Gemini. Remember I referenced that back here. The twins. Gemini. Yeah, we're still in Gemini season. There is a card of divine timing here. There is this sense of we're moving toward, in this month, solstice. It seems so fast. And indeed, it's fast. Life force, catch it while you can. Catch it if you can. But along with that, kind of slightly agitated, like it's the buck in the spring. It's sort of springy. Is great stability, is great balance in 3D. I think somebody has really accepted this transformation. That their pain has been transformed, death card, into joy. Turn that heartache right into joy. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So we have Lovers, the twins again echoed here. Twin flame? I don't even really know what that is, but I know this is an important relationship to both people. Three of Pentacles, more earth energy in 3D, the ability to build with other people, to construct something in your 3D. See, it's a temple basically, right? And Pentacles, earth energy, is to do with the body. With how we are here and now, in time, how we show up in our corporeal self. Give a man a mask, and he'll tell you the truth. 3D cooperation. And in the 5D, in the psyche, this match. I'm hearing match made in heaven. And I snort cynically, Why the cynicism? Okay, that's pretty fast. Wheel of Fortune. Well, I think this is kind of willy-nilly. You'll be moved forward. The universe is sort of saying, yeah, it's divine timing. Divine timing, temperance, tempo. The gears are going to begin to turn. You're in the right place at the right time for this to happen. Two of Swords can be like, I don't believe it, or I don't want to see it. I'm at a crossroads. I don't understand. It's a resistance energy. It could be a kind of cynicism. And I think that's the way I'm seeing it, is just like cynicism is a way to avoid being hurt again. But it also would cut out life force energy. And the fire in you isn't having it. It's like, you're down, you're out, you're down for the count. 1, 2, 3, you're down for the count, and boing, up we come in our fire energy. It's purification somehow. We don't want to seek out pain. There's enough just there anyway. But it's the raw material for something brilliant and bright and light and true. There's a sweetness in the ending sometimes. Okay, please, the choice. There's always a choice you can deny or ignore or block. Two of Swords, what destiny, what the powers that be have in mind for you. They want to move you somewhere. They want to move us somewhere. They want to move you both somewhere. And there's this business of ascending. The mountaintop. Higher and higher. In Pentacles energy, the building blocks. Because we can't do it alone. We need each other. This Woody Allen, I think it's in Annie Hall. At the very end of the movie, there's something about, he tells a joke where I've got an uncle who thinks he's a chicken. And the other person says, well, are you finding help for him? I mean, taking him to a shrink or something to get rid of this delusion? And the guy says, no, I need the eggs. We need the eggs. We need the sustenance from each other and from life itself. And I'm hearing like, eat of the fruit, eat that fruit. The division between paradise in the garden and the world outside the garden is really a mental construct. The paradise is now. It seems lofty to me that I'm saying these things, but I'm just passing it on. I'm the messenger. Okay. Okay, we have 2, and I think a couple more as well. Yep. Okay. There's the struggle to believe it. as if it's sort of like getting caught in somebody's throat. This sustenance. Don't really know what that means. This is a lack of self-worth, maybe, or just in general, a lack mentality, feeling like we don't have enough, we're not enough. 2 5 cards, 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. Cards that indicate the need for change. For change. Death card, Sun. Five and 5 is 10. 10 is Wheel. I think there's going to be I think there's already been a shift on the 5D level. Things beyond the everyday. And again, that division between the two is more porous than we think. Between paradise and how we experience life right here. There's a shift, a need for change, and it's coming in that Wheel of Fortune, in divine timing. The idea of the struggle and the deprivation, the wheels are turning. Star card, card of Aquarius, a card of healing, of the light. And you see, it's always interesting to me that this, first off, he's pouring out a cup. He, she, they, pouring out a cup. A cup. And this cup seems to be pouring out a kind of darkness. And I think the healing does not involve a denial of the dark. The dark is the other face of the Son of Light. All these sort of Christian references, but all those stories are metaphors to explain what is very hard to put into words. But it's the closest we can get at it. It's light in the darkness. It's the guides. It's the light in the darkness. You know, and when you're in this position of 5 of Pentacles, again, surrounded by stars here. In this card, the baby is on the back of the very young woman, the young mother, the you know, there is no room in the inn kind of situation. But that's all, you know, Aquarius is a card of the overview. Protection from above, the guides leading us to the place of birth and rebirth. 7 of Swords, sword energy and a sneak energy. She, in this depiction, you know, she's sneaking through what might be a mindset that is, it can be escapism. Some sort of deception or self-deception. And now I feel lost. So star, guides, help us out here. What's the 7 of Swords? It has something to do with the garden and paradise, and I mean, star energy is great clarity, and it's a very powerful positive card to do with it's sword energy. It's a way of thinking. Six of Wands. Queen of Wands. Hangman. I think this is a card of Pisces. Cups energy, water energy, to do with feelings and connection. And I'm seeing this now as almost like the baby in the birth canal. It's often, I describe it as a card of the chrysalis, like these moth images that we saw in the death card and in Page of Swords. There was another that had the moths, the transformative energy. This is the chrysalis in the psyche, you know, of feelings that are processed and waiting to be born. And then these two in fire energy. Queen of Wands, Six of Wands. Star cards sometimes can be read as a kind of, actual star. There's something, you're perhaps about to step into a much bigger role. And now I'm seeing it as like, these are tricky energies. Abandonment, feelings of conflict, something about not being able to swallow. Didn't I say that? And feeling the need to get out of some sort of mindset, to escape from some restrictive way of thinking. Healing all of that. It all needed to change. And change it will. Wheel of Fortune, a card of change. Taking a turn for the better for this relationship. And I think it has to do with unmasking. Something about the true face. Queen of Wands is the mystic of the tarot, divine feminine in her ability to go way beyond words. She's living in the energy of the thing, in the life force energy. And she attracts things toward her or him. Man can be the Queen of Wands, for sure. But this character, I think, is coming right in to greet her, to meet her. Divine masculine, divine feminine. This fire energy, Knight of Wands, is also this kind of a powerhouse. And I think is unmasking. Because Sun card is a card of revelation. And you see how the sun in this it looks like a mask. And the newborn baby, is clear and fresh and innocent after the transformation, after the death, the rebirth. The baby stepping forward into life. And we had five of Wands over here, the struggle. Now we have Six of Wands, the victory over the struggle. Like reclaimed life force energy. Listen, it's never over. It just isn't. When something ends, it does change us, and that change rolls forward in our lives. In this case, the change is for the better. Both twins are fed. There's enough to go around. There's enough to build on. We have King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. There's a stable caretaker, provider, individual in the mix here. And the you know, the feeding, both twins are fed. You know, it isn't like this guy does all the work. Pentacles is a card of work. Pentacles is an energy of work. But Queen of Wands, I mean, they super tapped in. Very good balance for this grounded earth energy. A good blend. I think that's it. Okay, one more. Oh yeah, 10 of Pentacles. I'm glad I drew it. This is the lives coming together. This is establishing a long-term relationship. Something that goes the distance. Goes the distance. And it is a card of destiny if both people are ready. Both people are ready to do the work in 3D to, you know, blend their lives. And it has a big spiritual component. The work of ascension. You know, it's work. It's work of ascension. Building each other up. And the slightly kind of being brought back to reality cards of the Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, these things that need to be worked out in life, in Pentacles. And in the mind. You know, the counsel is listen to listen to your inner guide, your inner guide. This is a spiritual reading. It has a lot of pentacles. It has a lot of ramifications in our 3D life, but it's really like getting those two in alignment. How we live and the energies within us that are interested in our higher good and our ascension. It sounds lofty, but it's really grounded here. It's very real Pentacles energy. And the interface between the two. Life on earth, paradise on earth. I feel like that's my inability to speak about these things that are hard to talk about. We have on the board, star card, Aquarius. Here it's called the Alchemist, but it's Temperance in any other deck. Sagittarius. The alchemical blend. Wise One, also known as the Hierophant. Card of Taurus. Higher power. Unlocking the heart. We have Sun card, Leo energy, life force. The unmasking, the birth of the new thing. Birth of the new self. The birth of the baby. Death card, Scorpio. Breathe it out, breathe it in. Sorry, I keep losing mine. And we have Empress, Taurus and Libra, divine feminine energy. Lovers, the card of the twins. of choice, of the balance of those masculine and feminine, the yin-yang sides of ourselves. Once that's attained, the balance of the Libra energy here, we can find the match in 3D. And there's not only one, but this indicates a choice being required, a choice in sword energy being required. And I think the choice is to move out of fear, deprivation, conflict. Because the peace is at hand. It's everywhere here. Peace, stability, love, the end of the painful cycle, the beginning of the new thing, the baby. Yeah, I feel like this is a discombobulated read. I've been a bit discombobulated, so bear with me. Best I could do, I offer it to you guys with love, and I'll see you next time.